Hello HubSpot people, and welcome to a custom module tutorial. This is video number 1. We are going to set up a custom module framework to use to build custom modules. Okay, so this is reely.css. I created this file. There's two of these things. That's fine. You don't even need that. All you need to do is go here, and it's going to be linked in the description to the GitHub for this CSS file, and then you can just copy it. You know what though? It's a long file. Let's do this. Let's see if we can. Yeah. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what this is, how it works, and why it's pretty useful. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to create a folder structure for our project. Call it Z project. I like Z because it puts it at the bottom. Inside our project folder, we need a static folder that's going to hold a folder for our CSS and our JavaScript. Okay, and then we need another folder, our project folder, that is for modules. And then another one that is for templates. Okay, and we'll get to those a little later. Inside the templates folder, we can actually put email, site, pages. Pages isn't a good word because these are templates. So we're going to rename that. We can call it site page templates, but then we're getting pretty long and specific. That's fine. We can rename it. Don't show me that again. Okay. And then we can do new folder. Just call this LP templates. And last one, new folder blog. Okay, we're probably not going to use all these, especially not in this video, but yeah, that's a good folder structure for a HubSpot template project. Okay, so in the CSS folder, new file, and do a CSS file. Nope, did I do that? Yep, we did. Okay, reely.css, create that, paste. There you go. Okay, so this is a this started out as a flexible column or a flexbox framework. I added some margins and paddings. Really, what I did here was I went to CSS prefix generator, and then I think the please play. Yeah, this is the good one. Okay, so what I did was I went through and flexbox cheat sheet. I basically took every rule for flexbox and every value for every rule, and I ran it through a prefix generator, and then I plugged it into this reely.css framework. So if we do a control F and we look for, I call it flexy, right? Okay, so display flex, and then you see your FL row, FL columns. It's just all of the flexbox rules as control classes from a CSS file. So this is great. And this attaches directly to the template, or no, I'm sorry, to the module, not to the template. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to publish that, and we're going to go up here, and there's some color rules I'll show you in just a second. But what we're going to do is we're going to attach the CSS file directly to the modules that we create, and then those modules will go into flexible column templates. And we can build a flexible column template real quick because I typically do this anyways, and it's really fast. So new file, drag and drop. Then I call this general flex. It's just a system I have. You can call it whatever you want, but what we do here is we just find our flexible column module, and we put one in each section. Now you can get really creative with this. You could do split columns. You could do several different options, because the thing is, when there's nothing in these flexible columns, they're collapsed. So you could do all kinds of layouts, but the idea being that all of the style sheets in JavaScript are attached directly to the module. The module goes into the flexible column template. into the flexible column modules, I should say, even though that's a little more confusing. But I like to label these. And the reason why I create this one file outside of the folder structure of the rest of the templates, I'll show you in just a second. These labels look good in the page editor, so you want to remember to do that. The reason why I do this is because once I publish this, I can then clone this, and then I will do, for instance, like a home preset. Thought I told you not to show me that again. Okay, and then once you have I call it a stable of custom modules, you could, let's see if we have any header modules in this account. I mean, we do, but okay, this is a good one. So this is actually a custom module from a different set. So I would actually just put that in here and then put the footer in. Footer. Where are we at? Well, we don't have one for that set, I guess. That's okay. Anyway, so you would plug your base modules in, and then actually even into this right here, and then you could clone this, and then you create your presets that have all of your body modules, like your banner and your specific content modules. But in any case, we're not going to worry too much about the template right now. The CSS file for Reely has a little bit of work, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to. For instance, you can see here there's some color options. So this is pretty unprofessional. I don't pretend to be like, I don't know, even a GitHub expert, let alone like I don't know. I'm whatever. Anyways, you can see this definitely, you can play with this, change it up, make it your own. It's fine. That's what I've done for years, and that's where this came from. So it's a little messy. But anyways, there's these colors right here, and this is just a comment to show you which color is which. So if you look at the color code down here, you can see that which one's which. So I just switched these out and changed the names so that I have a good label for the colors, and then the colors are used throughout. So the white obviously is the FFF. That's going to be applied to text and backgrounds inverse to the dark the opposite. So if the background's dark, then the text is white. So that's going to be plugged in right here. So you can change that to a light gray or whatever. To the dark gray, that's actually going to be your black. So that's going to be the text color on your light color. And then it just goes throughout, and there's all these different accent colors. So again, it's very pretty easy to play around with these variables in the CSS file. But as you can see, it's pretty comprehensive as well. For instance, the BG, where's that at? Okay, so that's the links on the background too. Those are the headings for all the backgrounds. They're set to white. Okay, here you go. So that's BG1 is color 1. So that's the background is going to be white, and then all of these color rules to the text will be applied, which color 4 ends up being a light gray, which probably wouldn't work in this case, so we might want to change that later, but if we use it. But that's my point. You can track these back, and if you just make these minor changes right here on these variables, then it'll work. And then the rest of it is all prefix stuff. Very good stuff, like for instance, like this background. I mean, if you didn't write this stuff out, it might work in one browser, but this file has it all written out. So yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna customize this right now, and you can if you want, but in the next video, I am going to start building a custom module. So we will talk then.